Okay, friends, this is the Conservatorian here. I want to make a comment on how the election is going so far. About 27 days left. I'm a little concerned because what worked in 2016 is not working now. And I don't know if the Trump campaign is acknowledging that there is something that's off. But you're seeing poll after poll. He's down 11 points, 14 points, down 10 in this poll, and on and on and on. Now, I don't believe polls. Polls are some kind of indicator of how it's going. There's a trend. Trends mean more than polls. The debate certainly was troubling. I believe he did a good job. There were some things that he missed, but in the end, the media is going to go, if Trump goes one way, they say it's the opposite. It doesn't matter what it is. Criminal justice reform, doesn't matter. HBCUs, doesn't matter. They're going to run on the playbook. And COVID was a big factor in turning the tide towards Biden, who hasn't done anything. Reminds me of the movie The Distinguished Gentleman with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was a con man who ran on name recognition only and got elected to Congress. The congressman before him died. They had the same name. And Eddie Murphy didn't do any campaigning. He really cut a couple commercials. There was no public appearances. And he just slid right in. No problem. That's how Biden is handling this. And kudos to the Biden campaign. They're doing what they need to do. They're keeping him out of the spotlight. They're not doing interviews. And the media is doing the work for them. Harping on everything Trump does, says the COVID, taking off the mask in the White House, him getting COVID, the debates, every issue. Biden is just laying back in the cut. And it's working. Now, I still think Trump's going to win this election. But I want to dive deeper into what the media is doing that is turning the tide. Okay. It's called revenge. From 2016. This is from the Tucker Carlson show in November of 2017.
America is crying tonight. I'm not sure how much of America, but a very, very significant portion, and I mean literally crying.
Deeper concerns tonight that the world's shining light of democracy has gone dark.
Because I'm on this network and people know my attitudes about things, they come up to me and they're scared, depressed, despaired, desperate even, almost clinging to me.
You have people putting children to bed tonight, and they're afraid of breakfast. They're afraid of, how do I explain this to my children?
That's a pretty extraordinary thing to say. If you have a son in the Marine Corps and that you don't trust the commander-in-chief, the people in the military defend the Constitution.
The message that I want to spread out to other women is exactly what you're saying, is not to give up. Sorry, I hate.
She deserves to be the first female president. And that's what makes me so sad.
Anybody but Donald Trump. Anyone.
Well, the ruling class was hysterical. Thought we'd remind you of that. Why?
Okay, so that was a quick montage from Tucker back in 2017 of the media, celebrities, showing they were wrong and they didn't get what they wanted. Here's a quote that's pretty typical of times like this. You see the media, and they're winning. They're winning because they're out for revenge. And we're going to get into another symbol using one of my favorite movies that kind of typifies what's going on. Revenge is a dish best served cold. This expresses the notion that vengeance is more satisfying when exacted sometime after the harm that instigated it. The media's out for revenge. Okay. If you see here, 92% media ups the ante on negative coverage. This is from June. 94% negative. In May, it was 99%. Biden's gaffes don't get notice. Can you imagine saying Trump says, if you aren't for me, you're not black? It just went away. It got addressed. Oh, I was kidding. I shouldn't have said that. Sorry. And they all just moved right on. You see what's going on today. If Trump declassified the documents from the Hillary Clinton hoax, the Russia investigation. Well, that's not allowed. You can't do that. You have this retired general, Hayden. Okay. He was a man back in the Obama administration that was on the hot seat for torture. People hated him. You're a torturer. How dare you? The CIA director. Now he's a Biden supporter. We love you, General Hayden. We love you. The Trump campaign has to figure how to get around this because it's the propaganda, the messaging is working. From the movie The Godfather, if you remember, Woltz, this is the director. Johnny Fontaine wanted to part, and he went to The Godfather for help because this Woltz guy wouldn't give him the part. Tom Hagen went out to Los Angeles to convince Mr. Woltz to give Johnny Fontaine this part. Now, listen to what Woltz says. This is exactly what the media wants. This is what they're doing. This is an ego thing. It's not about policy or democracy. This is about ego. And it's typified in this clip. Take a look.
Johnny Fontaine never gets that movie. That part is perfect for him. It'll make him a big star. I'm going to run him out of the business, and let me tell you why. Johnny Fontaine ruined one of Woltz International's most valuable proteges. For 5 years, we had her under training, singing lessons, acting lessons, dancing lessons. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on her. I was going to make her a big star. And let me be even more frank. Just to show you that I'm not a hard-hearted man, that it's not all dollars and cents. She was beautiful. She was young. She was innocent. She was the greatest piece of ass I've ever had, and I've had them all over the world. And then Johnny Fontaine comes along with his olive oil voice and giddy charm. And she runs off. She threw it all away just to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position can't afford to be made to look ridiculous. Now you get the hell out of here. And if that goomba tries any rough stuff, you tell him I ain't no band leader.
Okay. The last part. He did it to make me look ridiculous. And a man in my position is not made to look ridiculous. The media has so much influence. There's millions and millions of dollars. Advertising. And the people on TV, it never used to be this way. It was, it's ABC, for example. Ted Koppel would come on and give the news and fact A, fact B, fact C. Have a good night. Okay? Peter Jennings, same thing. Okay? Fact A, fact B, fact C. Okay? Now you have pundits. You have people that are celebrities. They have social media accounts. They are the Woltz. And they were made to look ridiculous in 2016 by Donald Trump, a man that was supposed to be one of them. Mr. NBC, Mr. The Apprentice. He was given money to campaigns. He was whining and dining with the same people that hate his guts. He made them look ridiculous. And they're out for blood. Because people in their position, as Woltz said, is not made to look ridiculous. It's a perfect example of what they're doing. This is from September 20th. Joe Lockhart is a Obama, Clinton, Biden stooge. Why can't Trump fox the media like he did in 2016? Okay. Talks about messaging. The messaging is working. And the media is on everything. There could be a massive story that's not Trump. They wouldn't even bother it. It's just get him out. And because it's working, they're going even harder. So the president has to do one thing. Slow it down. What he did with the wiki, with the dumps, with the declassification, that's good. That's really good. He has to fight harder now. And in the debates, he has to calm down. And he has to get the message out. Do not get in a shouting match with Biden this time. They're looking for anything to nail him. Even if he does good, it doesn't matter. Again, revenge, Woltz. You can see the resemblance. Guys like Hayden, they're sellouts. Because we forgot that he was a torturer. Just like Bush. Bush was the guy giving Michelle Obama some candy, right? Now he's palling around with Ellen, and he's a good guy now. John McCain, he was an old racist. Right? Old racist. He told Obama he was that guy. Racist. Now John McCain is a hero. And the media knows the public's too stupid to see right through them. Don't be stupid. And Trump needs to come correct in 27 days. All right, friends. Thanks for watching. And let me know what you think.